All right, guys. Test radio, test radio. It is 4:19. It is 9:26. It is Thursday. I feel like we've had a day. Definitely, back and forth. Lots of opportunities, but definitely some tricky areas. We take a little disclosure. Let's get to it. My name is Scott Redler. I am the Chief El Jefe Officer of T3Live.com. I am tired. I'm sure a lot of you guys are tired too. It's been a lot of brain power this week, but we're not digging ditches. We're not laying cement. It's not 114 degrees outside. We're just sitting at our desk trying to keep our brain sane and trade the action and be prepared and not do too much, right? That happens. Oh, why do I have Costco up? Because Costco just reported. This is a big spot. This 890-ish area, and then here is 876. What's going on after hours? I'm not really trading it, nor do I really care, but somebody just asked me, so I'll put it up. Here's Costco. Here is your 2-hour chart. Just got hit pretty hard. So this should be a spot for a little bit, and you'll see how it goes. First went up, and can't always trust the first move after hours. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's go to it. So SPYs opened up, and the way what we do is when we have a lot of positions on, we trim into strength. You trimmed into strength. You didn't really get too crazy when that happened. All in all, above the 8 day, above all of these lows, and it's better off that things aren't just taking off and going nuts. I actually I had a hedge on, so at 574, I was down a lot more money than when it came in. And I wound up losing a little bit on my hedge, been making a lot on my long, so it wound up being well. So we'll see what happens next. Qs, if you remember, I told you guys 493 was the gap fill, where to get to. I just got out of DraftKings. I'm in options, but some news on DraftKings about no wonder why it was so weak. Yeah, just get out of that fast. Well, anyway, we'll see what this brings. All right. Well, anyway, let's keep moving on here. Where is this? There we are. Things are fluid. All right. So anyway, here's the Qs. Qs hit a high of 493.70, which was the gap fill, which nobody was buying that on the first, kiss. If anything, people probably made some money short there, so not so bad, you would think. Felt like there's somebody knew something. Someone always knows something with DraftKings. They're so like fugazi. Anyway, 493.70. What was the language here? Someone asked. Anyway, this gap is now filled. Goodbye. Now we'll see what happens tomorrow. Do we hold 485.60, 485.80? 485.80. Save that. So IWM tomorrow. Someone's like, why did I take some options into the PCE tomorrow? Because PCE definitely could move around the IWM a little bit, and figured if we've been up here a bunch of times, a lot of other things are breaking out. This isn't. If something is going to cause a push or a squeeze in the IWM, I figured maybe this could happen, so I bought some 60-cent options. This is, by the way, what I have. Um, I would say I have less risk on overnight than I had coming in. Some things obviously trading better than others. Some things I'm managing. Some things, not that many new things. But we'll see how it goes. A lot of things, if you sold the open, you were able to buy it back, carefully, and then figure it out today. That's what we pretty much did. Um, XBI still, not really doing a whole hell of a lot. It looks like maybe it's trying to bottom here. I get out of my XBI right around here. Maybe, buy some options and it gets a little bit better. I did buy some calls, but nothing so great. Moving on, setups. So Meta, I have nothing going on. You just have to, manage it, sell a rip, buy a dip, play the ranges. People are doing pretty well doing that. For me, right now, I'm not involved. We'll see if this could let the 8-day catch-up go sideways and go again. I did sell Netflix very well. Wow. I was not expecting it to do what it did today, but for me, it's been such a tricky name. I was just happy to be in it from like 712 to 725. If you look here, I guess sometimes it's, right here, just being on the alpha team, made you a lot of money by what? Seeing that I sold at 841 and then I sold it pre-market up 5 before dropping whatever it dropped. What what did Netflix drop? It dropped 12. So, again, that everyone has their uh, amount of things that they want to, donate time-wise. So anyway, for now, I guess, yeah, it's hard to tell now. It's really just, that shouldn't have happened, I don't think. But whatever this is now, 701-ish, so might as well put that in. Amazon's tricky, but I feel like Amazon at least is setting up here. You have a pocket pivot. It definitely played around a little bit. I trimmed some above, in a pre-market, and then I bought some back. I wound up losing money in Amazon. Amazon was actually my worst trade today because I bought some too fast. Didn't wait for the 8-day. So now 189.54. As long as it holds 189.54, I think it's constructive. Gets below that, then it's like, turning back to the old Amazon of avoid. I've been in Amazon since here, and it's been working well. So we'll see how that continues. I did buy some options just in case, a week or two out, the 195s, not the 200s, but the 195s in case it wants to play some catch up because there are things making all-time highs. Tesla's been awesome. Tesla, I sold a lot into the open. The open was 261.75. If you have your sell rules, you should have done just fine with Tesla. If you added on the close yesterday, you were able to sell some up $3 to $6, and then when it fell to old 257, you were able to get out of the way, and then now you have 251.53. I think this holds tomorrow. I'm hoping. We'll see. Maybe they want to, use 250 as a strike. Maybe not. I sold some puts. I'm in some stock. So we'll see. There's a way for this to hang here. Let the moving averages catch up. It is a little extended. Typically, Fridays are my greatest day in Tesla, but I'm not going to overtrade it. This 8-day now is what? $246. That's no longer matters, really. Most people are in it from this 235. Anyway, Apple is interesting. I made some money in Apple. Went home long Apple. Stayed in it. It's got a nice little bull flag-ish. Get above this spot, maybe. It gets a little bit better. Goes back towards the 232, 233 area. Not a barn-burning trade, but I feel like, it did show some relative strength and gave us some clues midday, and then you could even bought on the close or near the close. Semis, we were buying the semis earlier this week, so hopefully you were able to sell as much as you could have in the first 5, 15, 30 minutes and then had a dip to buy. Now what's happening here? Well, We'll see. Went right into the area, 253 to 257. Where did it go? 256. Boom. And then came in really hard and then gave you a bounce. These things aren't closing on highs, closing on lows. You have to play these ranges and buy well. It's the only way you're going to make money. Now we'll see what it has to do here. This 253 is gone. That's a huh. Slow is what, 247 to 37. That dog's a maniac. We'll see. This guy's an advocate of Amazon. All right. Wasn't that guy on he was on Tulsa King. Anyway, that's that. The video was great. You know, it was in options and stock, sold some on the open, and then it was hard. You know, you had to figure out where it was going to stop, where you could buy it. 127.67 was the high for now. Most of us sold as much as we could, but then if you sell too much and it keeps going, it's hard. So, you know, I sold a bunch and then took a little pain on a bunch, and you know, now you can move this up a little bit, and this is all we know. What's today's low? 121.80. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Been massaging that pretty well. What's this? 130, 126. So might as well move that up here. That's the next area if it wants to get there. Take the bull by the horns. So, yeah, not so bad. SMCI was crazy today. Didn't trade it. Looked decent. This is why you don't play this stock. It's a battleground. I did play options and made money and just looked like it was going to get through here and then, whew, wow. Just avoid it. I don't even want to do the chart. AMD was a nice move. Some of you guys made good money from 160. Hit a high of what? 168.68. Not so bad. Gap goes up to what, 174? All right, so what's new today? I just picked up some small ones because we're running out of plays here. JMIA, some guys love this thing, you know, from way back when. I played it a bunch of times. It was up here at 12, so if you got stopped out at 12, maybe this one play gives you a little bit of a move towards 6, so I bought it. End of the day, we bought GT. You know, nice little chart. Don't know exactly what's cooking here except for the chart looks good, and at the end of the day, all of a sudden, you know, this volume came in, like huge volume at the end of the day. So somebody like got excited about something. So I've looked at the chart and I said, hey, I'll buy some. You know, when you have a bunch of positions on, you could do little things like that. You know, sometimes it makes you money, sometimes it doesn't. As far as like IBIT, I'm a little upset about today's candle, but it's not the end of the world. 37.53. Be nice if one of these days crypto could close on the dead highs, but it didn't. So anyway, all in all, it's still fine. It's just you gotta be careful, you know, with different ends of the ranges. This low is what, 36.52. I would hope it doesn't get below that, but we'll see tomorrow. A lot of Bitcoin happens overnight, so you have to be careful. You know, this is your next spot below. think this void gets filled at some point. Did make some money in CLSK. Didn't buy a drip. That's what it is. 200,000 fine. That's not a lot. So maybe there were rallies on that. Good to know. Thanks, Noah. It's now closed. Okay. So maybe that. Hmm. I'll buy a little back just to. Hmm. Well, that's it. Oopsie. Anyway, so what was that? IBIT? CORZ. Still hanging around. Just got to be careful buying too much at the wrong time. Still looks good. A friend of mine gave me this, what's it called? Wolf? Not Wolf, Wolf. Said it's a better miner than this, and it's got a lot of institutional, sponsorship. He said he was in this. He's been following me since 4, and he's still in it and likes it. He said that this, what's it called? Miner slash AI slash nuclear play is a really good one. So I bought some to track. It did clear this spot, and this one came from here, kind of similar. Went as high as what, 650. Guess we'll see if it can hang here and go sideways, and at some point get up to 650. Somebody told me that Druckenmiller bought a bunch at 4.5, so $5. It's not too far away. So we'll see. What did this do back in the day? The weekly. Yeah, just like all the miners, I guess. This was $40, so the weekly looks pretty good. 650. So I started some. I'll stay with some as long as it pays me to stay with it and it doesn't hurt. And that's about it, guys. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I made some decent money again today. Been doing really well, trying to stay in the game, trying to hold a bunch of positions, trying not to get over my skis, trying to sell some strength, trying to do all the things that we do really well since this day. I think I haven't had a down day. I had one down day. Not sure which day it was. Maybe it was this day. I don't remember exactly. But all in all, can't complain. And now we'll see how it continues to navigate here. See you guys tomorrow. I'm a little tired.